All right, you're watching Trending Talk with Drew SoulQuest on Culture 73 TV. It's a little bit different, we still in this corona shit going on. So, this is Trending Talk, the Zoom edition. Look a little bit different. I got a co-host up in here, one of my guys. He gonna, give his perspective, talk his shit with me. Devious in the building. How you feeling, black man?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good. In spite of everything that's going on, I'm still here. You still here. We
Right.
Still living, so we got to keep on making it happen and keep on moving forward.
So Akademiks right now, it's just like a it's just like a cycle.
This guy.
So it started Akademiks Freddie Gibbs, and keep in mind, let me how to say this. Like, I respect Akademiks for what he does. He's built his following through YouTube, doing the blogging thing, doing the everyday struggle thing. So whether we like it or not, he is a voice in hip hop.
Right.
A lot of people be on his ass because he is somewhat of a troll.
Extra, he's just a famous fan.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? He's like a troll / famous fan. Through the years, because at first he would only champion one type of hip hop music, and we all know the trendy fuck shit that nobody really considers hip hop. That was like his thing. He was the champion for that. He's kind of opened up and broadened his, I guess, his opinions a little bit. But that troll and him, he keeps that going. So pretty much it's at this point, it's been like a week or so ago, I got the shit with Freddie Gibbs. So with that, and then all of this shit is sensationalized and it's still entertainment. You know what I'm saying? He gets off on this. This is his brand. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't beefing with somebody, if it ain't some drama or something going on, then it's not Akademiks. But anyway, it started like about a week or so ago at this point. I know Freddie Gibbs had did an interview with the LA Leaker guy. I can't even think of his name right now, but I think Cosmic Kev or one of the LA Leaker guys.
It's something like that,
yeah. But he did the interview with him. It's no secret that that Gibbs used to be signed on Jeezy's label. Ever since then, it's been that friction in between them because Gibbs felt like Jeezy didn't put his best foot forward and really champion Gibbs and try to put him out. He felt like he was being shelved, like he was being stifled. So they've always thrown little shots back and forth with each other. So during the interview, he was basically talking his shit. He was like, look, yeah, Jeezy is a legend. He gave him his respect in that sense. He was like, Jeezy is a legend. He does his thing. We can't take away what he's done in this game. But he was like, shit, he can't out-rap me. He can't beat my ass. He was just, being Gibbs talking his shit. And the statement that got kind of twisted, in my opinion, he said that Jeezy is not musically relevant. And
that's the key. That's the key.
Right. It's a difference between somebody being relevant and being musically relevant. Like Gibbs said,
sure.
He's a legend. He's done his thing. But he said he's not musically relevant, which I like Jeezy too. But that's somewhat true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His last few projects, that shit ain't really been cracking like that. You know what I mean? But Akademiks took it and ran with it. What you think about it? Like,
I mean, with that, first of all, just Akademiks is out of his damn mind. Just for doing that. I mean, it was so unnecessary. Akademiks is in a tough spot. He knows that he got suspended, which it was only 2 episodes. So it's not really that big of a deal. He'll be back. Everyday struggle. Now, he did get banned from Twitch.
Yeah.
Now, that's a big thing because that was a big part of what he did. That was kind of like his last little thing outside of Complex where he actually had his own voice. And it's something that Akademiks needs to be careful about because the other stuff he started going into about John Legend and his wife and, all kind of this and that, and they can both, SMD and all that. And I'm just like, dude, you know, you can't just start going off the hip and just start talking to all these people because you just academics. Like, yeah, you own and you in the industry. You ain't, I don't know how connected you are as far as like, say, a Gibbs or a John Legend or a Chrissy Tiegen or whoever you might, like he was going to Meek Mills and stuff. Like, these are people, if I'm an academics, I don't want to possibly get into some type of pissing contest.
I've always said with academics, like he's tone deaf when it comes to real shit.
Oh yeah,
he's almost the equivalent when it comes to critiquing music and what he gives the thumbs up to. He's almost equivalent to like that young teenager that's just getting into hip hop, might be like 14 years old, 13, and they just getting their introduction into hip hop, and all that they know is the shit that they play on the radio, and they think the shit that they hear on the radio is like the best shit. That's how I feel about academics. He's tone deaf when it comes to real shit. You know what I mean? Freddie Gibbs is pretty much, he's like your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jay-Z has spoke about him. At this point, Freddie Gibbs has done songs with legends, with Black Thought and Cool G Rap and all these, you know, legends in the game that respect him. He's the Bandana Projects with Madlib, with
two albums.
Come on, man. He's worked with these legends that respect his craft, that respect the fact that he's like one of the, I ain't gonna say he's the only one, but he's one of the only guys in rap that, which is so hard to do these days, just in general. It's very hard to have longevity in music. It's very hard to have longevity in rap music and stay true to yourself, stay true to your style, not conforming to what's hot, what's trendy, what pop bullshit that they doing with rap music. Gibbs has done none of that and has stayed relevant damn near 20 years at this point, and has no signs of stopping. Your boy Ye, he got a lot going on right now, boy. Yeezy got a lot going on. Dude is he's had a big year. He became a billionaire this year. At least that's what they say.
Right.
Yeezys is still going strong. Got this dropped this single off the album. He's saying God's Country, that's supposed to be coming out. So wash us in the blood.
He changed the name again?
Well, no. So the name of the album is supposed to be God's Country, but the single that he dropped maybe a little bit more than a week ago is called Wash Him in the Blood. I'm not gonna lie, I saw the visual. I like the video, you know, regardless of how we feel about Kanye and all his antics. This dude is still an artistic, creative dude. I like the visual. The song is all right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like, it's not mind blowing. And a lot of people are saying because the single didn't pop the way that he thought it was, that's where he coming up, like I said, with some more antics with this I'm running for president bullshit, where he's somebody who's running for president. Nigga, you can't just pop up and say, I'm running for president, I'm gonna get on the ballot. There's a process. There's paperwork that gotta be done. You have to be, it's a whole process you have to go through before you can even be a presidential candidate. He's done none of it.
You don't even got a campaign or nothing.
Yeah. The election
with like less than 6 months left.
Right. This nigga think he just go pop in on the ballot. You know what I'm saying?
He should have started when he said it at the whatever award show he initially announced it a couple years ago. That's when he should have started getting everything together back then.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what a lot of people are saying, that it's just antics. Yeah. The single didn't do, like what he thought it was going to be. So let me see what I can do. Yeah, that's going to give me some more traction. Yeah, nigga, I'm running for president.
Right. No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're also saying, I know like Joe Budden was talking about it. A few other people was talking about it. On this new album, he's supposed to be doing the whole thing with Dr. Dre. And people are saying like, oh, it's, he's working with Dre. This is going to be like some of the best shit ever, some of the best shit you've ever heard or whatever. So We'll see. I don't. Did you get a chance to hear the single or?
Well, to be honest with you, man, like I didn't get a chance. I didn't even know that there was a single. I had heard. But see, I'm in a weird place with Kanye. Like, if this life, I told you, like with this new album, I'm not excited about it, and I don't care that he's coming out with another album, and it breaks my heart to say that because I never thought that we would be here the way that we are. You know, like just growing up listening to him, like from 2004 when I was in the 7th grade all the way up. Now I'm a grown man. And just to see the entire metamorphosis go from being this completely wonderful, beautiful thing to this horrible, it needs to be put out as misery kind of deal. Because, I almost feel like Kanye just need to stop rapping. I don't know if that, and I don't know if that'll, upset some people. And this is just my opinion. I'm not saying that, just because I say it, that's what it should be. But it's almost like as a complete artist, he can't do it no more. It's almost like he either reached his peak with that, or he kind of, he just doesn't have it anymore. Now he proved with the Push T album and some stuff here and there that he still has it, production wise. Oh, he never left, but just the fact I'm not looking forward to no albums no more. That kind of tells you everything that you need to know. And I'm one of the biggest Kanye fan. I mean, I'm one of the few people who defend Yeezus and think that's one of his best albums. So, it's not like I'm just saying this just to say it. I really think dude should just stop rapping because, you can still make the same impact just producing, but you can also, you can do all this other stuff that you want to do, and it's just the fact I don't feel like he has enough. What else can you really say, man? He's turned into everything. He's turned into a character of himself. All this, everything that he talked about in the first 2 albums, about other rappers, he is that now, and that's why I don't care about him doing his stuff because I know that he's not gonna come with nothing that used to get me ready for a Kanye album. It used to have me hyped for a Kanye album or nothing. He has not shown me anything since Life of Pablo, which was the start of all this to me. He hasn't shown me anything that he, kind of wants to do reach that same level of music. It's like he's set this kind of standard, and he's probably willing to go like right here with the effort and things like that. But see, the problem is he thinks this type of effort still equals this type of result. And I think that's the problem. And I think that's the problem with Kanye.
Hey, that's some real shit right there. That's what you just said. That's kind of like how I feel to a certain extent, because like you said, he set the bar up here. You set a bar in hip hop.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, I wonder, do he be feeling just because, like, okay, because I'm at a certain level, I'm a legend, I'm a great, it doesn't matter with the level of quality I put out now, like they just gonna love whatever the fuck I put out and it's okay. But I feel you on that. It's almost like you set such a high level, you were so groundbreaking with your music. If you can't keep that same level, yeah, you do need to hang it up. Don't set the bar up here and say you're one of the greats and one of the legends, and then when your music come out, your music is at the level of one of these little basic niggas that's just been rapping 2 years or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah.
It just needs to, and it a lot of it probably has to do with ego and stuff like that. But you just kind of got to know, like you don't have to completely step away from the game too. And that, I feel like, if anything, that should help your transition, if that's what you're gonna do, because you can produce to you 60 seconds. Look at Quincy Jones. So you can you can make music to the day you die. If you step away from the game and still be as profound, still have as much, get as much praise and as much. He's still a genius. This is the best stuff I've ever heard. And like you said, with him, like, dude, you are such a legend and you are so highly regarded because of the stuff that you put out. For you to think that oh well, I can just put out anything. No, because you just putting out anything isn't what got you here. You got to keep doing what got you here to stay here.
Griselda, they trying to bring back that grimy ass Wu-Tang, Cool G rap, that Nas, that Mobb Deep, that kind of grimy Timberland ass wearing, that kind of hip hop. And once again, they're another group I respect so much because, especially in this climate, for them to be grinding it out the way they have the last few years and to be even nominated for a BET award and anywhere close to the mainstream like they are, that is huge in this climate where that kind of music is not on nobody's playlist, radio, none of that shit. Ain't nobody checking for that shit. But they were able to, once again, create a lane, stay true to themselves, and all of that shit is that grimy, raw ass shit. But part of that is so Eminem, he got Shady Records. So that's kind of like catapulted their awareness to the industry, I should say, their awareness to somewhat of the mainstream. Once they signed with Shady Records and Eminem, which was like maybe 3 years ago at this point. Because, Eminem, he does the kind of music that he does. But at the end of the day, Eminem is a hip hop dude. You know what I'm saying? He liked that real hip hop, that grimy shit. So I don't know what's going on. They haven't really been public about it, but let me get to the tweet. So Westside Gunn, the night of the BET Awards, which was, when was this? Like a week ago. So he tweeted, I wonder, does Shady Records know we're being nominated for a BET award tonight?
That says a whole lot without saying nothing at all.
Yeah,
that's the first thing that came across my mind when I read that.
Yeah.
And that's not a good sign for Shady Records.
Right. It's almost like he was saying, we've been, people had their take on it. My take on it was, at this point, I feel like we're working harder and doing more for ourselves than the record label powerhouse machine behind us.
Exactly.
I feel like y'all ain't doing enough for us now, or you're trying to keep us at a certain level.
Right. That's the one right there.
I read into it. He hasn't personally said anything else about it. He just put it out there, and people didn't have their own interpretation of it.
It's almost like it sound like, to me, it sound like they got Griselda, they signed them or whatever, and then they like almost like forgot about him or some shit, and then started focusing on doing other stuff, and then Griselda was like, okay, well, we don't care that they forgot about us, so we're gonna still keep doing our own thing, and then they keep doing their thing, which leads up to this nomination. But Shady, they focus on other stuff. So yeah, do they even know that these dudes are still doing this? And while y'all trying to think about us and shit, did you realize we got nominated? What are y'all focusing on? That are they getting nominated for shit and are they hot right now? While y'all, it's almost like it's something else that they trying to focus on or whatever, and stuff like that. That's why I always tell people, and I always think to myself like those getting with a deal and getting with a label and stuff like that, like we were talking about the other day, it's kind of outdated, it's old. I don't even really see the point of doing it anymore.
The U.S. Postal Service is coming out with a line of hip hop stamps. And actually, they're going to be, because they showed like pictures of them online, what it's going to be, their hip hop stamps, but they're focusing on the 5 elements of hip hop. So they show like one is saying MCing, DJing, breakdancing, graffiti, and they have like the element written on there, and they have like a little generic picture of what that element is. Now, I will say I'm happy about that because that's a huge step once again for the culture. I would like for them to, I don't know who they involved with this, but I would like for them to bring somebody else in because I know it's only a stamp, but I want the culture represented well across the board. They need to make them fly because they look generic as hell.
Yeah, real generic.
Generic as hell, like just, but it still is
like a ninth grader did it on his computer or something like, and he won a contest to get his design put on him.
Right, but
for me, go ahead. Oh, I know. I was just gonna say for me, I mean, I'll just, yeah, but all in all, though, it's kind of just like everything else is going on right now, man. It's just, I really get this sense of y'all just doing it because it's cool, or y'all just doing it because it's in right now. You know, just ain't no different than all these companies saying, "Oh, you know, Black Lives Matter," and you know, we stand with y'all. You know, I don't know why all these entities and these companies are just acting like Black people were just discovered. You know, what is this mentality of, oh, you know, these Black people just showed up, like, well, let's do some stuff for them. Like, no, man, y'all can't do that. These stamps, it seems so pandering, and it seems that's, first of all, it's pandering and it's hollow. It's pandering because, you know, I feel like that's almost like a default, you know, us to white people or people who are not us. If, you know, oh, just do some hip hop, they'll be fine. They love that. Good deal. You know, they can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Like, I really feel like white people really have that mindset of give them hip hop. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
I truly believe that. And it's hollow because you're just doing what everybody else says. You know, you just giving us a symbolic victory. Yeah, you're doing this, or you giving us a statement that, you know, this happened or whatever, or you even tear down statues or whatever it is that you're doing. But, you know, it still takes y'all 3 months and 4 months to arrest somebody and bring charges up against them for a murder. Y'all doing everything that we don't want y'all to do, and to soften the blow that y'all not doing what we really want y'all to do. I just feel it's just yet another distraction to try to keep us off of the task at hand and what I was talking about earlier, and staying focused and people trying to knock us off of it.
Hey, I feel you on that too. I kind of feel the same way to a certain extent. I guess through this climate, it's hard to tell like who's genuine and who's not, you know, as far as these companies go, like you said, because it can be presented as like you just pandering. Because honestly, I noticed the company speaking out more so, not right when this shit happened, but I noticed when kind of like when they were reporting the targets getting you know, burnt down and they was getting looted and all these different things. And some of the, I know the T-Mobiles, that was on there too, where they were getting, you know, looted, and they went to Beverly Hills and were looting and all that stuff. It almost seemed like that's what catapulted these companies speaking out. Like, okay, don't fuck with our shit. Okay, look, we like Black people. Look, we got it on our website. We got it on the commercial. Look, we like Black people. We're standing with you guys in solidarity. Don't fuck with our shit, okay? Don't break our shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Business is a smart business move versus saying, you know, you got other people, and it just started a trickle down effect. Well, you know, because you got to think it goes hand in hand. Because the general public was like, okay, well, the general public was mad at Walmart because the XYZ. Well, us as Target, we don't really give a damn either. But so they don't come in and tear our stuff up. We're gonna go ahead and put a statement out saying Black Lives Matter, so they can see us like point out like, okay, they got Black Lives Matter, and they can skip over us. You know,
Yeah.
you remember how Pharaoh, how death came for his kids and shit, and everybody who had the shits on top of the door. That's kind of like what you got going on here. The blood over the window frame, door frame, so that the Black Lives Matter death won't come through your store and destroy your shit, because you gotta, like, and this is another prime example. We get so many messages and we get talked to by people so often. It's another way, but when you look at it, how these businesses are looking out for their bottom line. They know that in order to protect their bottom line, we got to put this shit, even if we don't believe it, we still got to put this shit out so that they'll see it, and that they will, instead of destroy us, they'll come in and buy their shit from us that they need to go destroy somebody else's shit, if that come down to it.
Yeah.
And it just says that they, even though it's the way that it is, burning and down and looting and all that other stuff, we still are seeing that when businesses' bottom lines are affected, they'll do shit. When money is being affected, it'll affect stuff. People will change real quick, very quickly. Versus if you don't do anything money-wise or anything that's going to, do anything, moral victories and all that stuff, it's not going to get you nowhere. But if you start messing with people's pockets and money and stuff like that, you'll get very far. With people's hearts, not so much.
100%. Yeah, man, that's some real shit. It's the kind of thing where, it's time will tell. That's all I can say with that. Like, once again, after the election year is over, stuff is kind of calmed down a little bit. We'll see these same companies that's talking about, we stand with you in solidarity now, if their business actions are still going to reflect that after this shit kind of died down a little bit. Now, the ones that are still about that, we know with them, hey, okay, it was a little bit genuine. They do value the black dollar that's spent with them. You know what I mean? We'll see. Now, the other ones that gone as business as usual and whatever, we'll know it was just a tactic and a move. Yeah. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, y'all been watching Trending Talk. I'm Drew SoulQuest. You've been watching Culture 73 TV. We're here with my man. We like I say, the co-host moving forward with Trending Talk. Devious. He gonna be right here with me. We're gonna be, keeping it real the only way we know how to do. Keeping it real with the world. Talking about the trending things that's popping off, giving our perspective, giving our insight, for the world. So once again, you're watching Trending Talk with Drew SoulQuest, Devious on Culture 73 TV.